6 o'clock, I'd like to call the caucus to order. First piece of legislation is for a roof from the Streets Sidewalks Committee for Fire Department. Comments?
Just like to see that passed emergency tonight, Mayor.
Okay, any other comments? Second one's from same committee for Harmon Rossi and Sons to do concrete work at several locations in the village. Comments?
I'd like to see that one also passed emergency.
Any other comments? Third one's for Pantalone Paving to do asphalt seal coating and restriping from the same committee at various Lordstown Village locations. Comments?
Would like to also see that one passed tonight.
Any other comments? Okay, the fourth one is an ordinance from the Finance Committee, and this is to correct...
No, it's council as a whole.
Council of the whole, okay.
Yes, the ordinance is council as a whole.
Okay.
I don't know why she put that on here, but I'll find out tomorrow.
Okay. Change the payment for the right-of-way for our water line easement for Vienna Investments. Comments? We should pass that.
What?
This is
Easement?
fourth ordinance, yeah.
Yeah, so we can pay that.
Yeah, okay. Any other comments? Fifth one's from Finance, a resolution accepting the alternative tax budget in the form. Bill turns into the County Budget Commission. We always pass that.
Yeah, we'd like to see that pass emergency.
Okay, any other comments? Hearing none, any questions on the minutes from June 6th? Hearing none, any questions on the bills? Hearing none, anything council would like to bring up for discussion? Hearing none, we'll adjourn to caucus and start the regular meeting. I'd like to welcome everybody this evening. If you please stand and join me for the Lord's Prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory forever. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mayor Hill.
Present.
Mr. Vaughn. Here. Mr. Mansell.
Present.
Mr. Radke.
Present.
Mrs. Jones. Mr. Shealy.
Present.
Mr. Reeder.
Present.
Clerk Blank present. Treasurer George Ebling.
Here.
Solicitor Paul Dutton.
Present.
Fleet Chief Brent Melmo.
Present.
Fire Chief Travis Eastham. Planning and Zoning Economic Development Kelly Bordner.
Present.
Parks Building Ground Street Commissioner Dale Grimm.
Present.
Recreation Marty Gibson.
Here.
Board of Public Affairs. Municipal Engineer Chris Cagola.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to excuse Travis Eastham, said he got caught at work today. Karen Jones, unavailable, and Chris Cagelnick gave me a call, said he could not make it this evening.
So moved.
Moved by Mansell, second.
Second.
Second by Shealy. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Entertain a motion for adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
Moved by Bond, second.
Second.
Second by Shealy. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Entertain a motion for disposal of the minutes of the regular meeting held June 6, 2016.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Shealy, second by Reeder. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Entertain a motion, payment of the bills.
So moved.
Moved by Radke, second.
Second.
Second by Mansell. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Mayor's report. Last Wednesday, we had a ribbon cutting for Metallico, and they gave us tours and a great facility. One of the best things we found out is when we gave them an abatement, they said there were going to be 60 to 80 jobs. Now they're saying by the time they're fully ramped up, it'll be somewhere between 80 and 100, so that's always a good sign. I'd like to remind everybody our next meeting is July 11th. We canceled the 4th and the 18th, and everybody should have had in their box an appointment for the rec department. That's it for the mayor's report. Clerk's report?
No report, Mayor.
Solicitor's report?
No report.
Treasurer's report?
No report.
Okay, no one's here from the Board of Public Affairs. No village engineer is not here. Special reports, Police Chief Milhouse.
The only thing I have, Mr. Mayor, is I placed in all of your boxes a copy of the message that we're going to send out as a test of our emergency notification system, Code Red, and that'll be done on July 13th, which is a Wednesday. at 10 o'clock in the morning. If there's no opposition with what I've typed out, that's what we'll be sending out.
Okay, any questions for Brent? Okay, Travis is not here. Planning and Zoning Administrator and Director of Economic Development, Kelly.
No report.
Questions for Kelly? Parks, Grounds, Building, Street Superintendent, Mr. Grimm.
The only thing I have, Mr. Mayor, is I did talk to Rob Spencer today after you left my office, and the bus is scheduled to be completed June 29th. So depending on how they get it to Myers and the holiday following and stuff, we should have it the first week of July sometime.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Dale? Recreation, Marty.
Just want to remind everybody about Community Day is this Saturday from 4 to 7. Hope you all can make it.
Okay, any questions for Marty? It's going to be hot.
It's going to be hot. Better hot than rainy.
That's it. That's it. Okay, Bill, do we have any correspondence this evening?
No correspondence.
Okay, public remarks. Council remarks. Committee reports, Finance, Mr. Radka.
Just that we have one piece of legislation we'd like to see passed tonight.
Any questions for Ron? Parks, Buildings, Grounds, General Improvements, Streets and Sidewalks, anything from that committee?
Just the same as what Ronnie had just said, we have 3 pieces of legislation that we would like to see passed tonight.
Okay, any questions? Public Safety and Welfare, Mr. Reader.
No report, Mr.
Questions for Don? Public Utilities, Mr. Bond.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Questions for Bob? Transportation, Recreation, Senior Services, Mr. Shealy.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Questions for Howard? Okay, Bill, if we get the first piece of legislation.
From streets, sidewalks, public parks, buildings, grounds, General Improvement Committee for emergency passage. An ordinance accepting the proposal of ProTech Roofing Inc. for construction and replacement of the roof of the Lordstown Village Fire Department garage and declaring an emergency.
Comments or motions?
Move to suspend the rules.
Motion by Mansell, suspend the rules. Second.
Second.
Second by Radka. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shealy?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Reader?
Yes.
Mr. Mansell?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. Motion carried to suspend the rules. Motion to adopt.
So moved.
Moved by Radka. Second Bond. Comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. Mansell?
Yes.
Mr. Reader?
Yes.
Mr. Shealy?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. Motion carried to adopt. Ordinance 65, 2016. Next, please.
From streets, sidewalks, public parks, buildings, grounds, General Improvement Committee for emergency passage. An ordinance accepting a proposal from Herman Rossi and Sons, Inc. to perform concrete work at the Village Fire Station, Muth and Salt Springs Road, the library and administration buildings within the Village of Lordstown, said proposals being the lowest and best proposal and declaring an emergency.
Comments or motions?
Move to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend the rules by Mansell. Second.
Second.
Second Shealy. Roll call, please.
Mr. Reader?
Yes.
Mr. Mansell?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Shealy?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. Motion carried to suspend the rules. Motion to adopt.
So moved.
Moved by Reader. Second.
Second.
Second by Radka. Comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Mansell?
Yes.
Mr. Reader?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. Shealy?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. Motion carried to adopt. Ordinance 66, 2016. Next, please.
From streets, sidewalks, public parks, buildings, grounds, and General Improvement Committee for emergency passage. An ordinance accepting the proposal of Panel Paving, Inc. for asphalt, seal coating, and restriping, etc. at various Lordstown Village locations, said proposals being the lowest and best proposals and declaring an emergency.
Comments or motions?
Motion to suspend.
Motion suspended by Mansell. Second.
Second.
Second by Radka. Roll call, please.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. Shealy?
Yes.
Mr. Reader?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Mansell?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. Motion carried to suspend the rules. Motion to adopt.
So moved.
Moved by Shealy. Second.
Second.
Second by Mansell. Comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Shealy?
Yes.
Mr. Reader?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Mansell?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. Motion carried to adopt. Ordinance 67, 2016. Next, please.
From council as a whole for emergency passage. An ordinance amending and supplementing ordinance number 63, 2016, authorizing the Village of Lordstown to correct the payment to acquire a permanent right-of-way and waterline easement from Vian Investments LLC and declaring an emergency.
Comments or motions?
Motion to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend the rules by Mansell. Second.
Second.
Second Bond. Roll call, please.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Mansell?
Yes.
Mr. Reader?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. Shealy?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. Motion carried to suspend the rules. Motion to adopt.
So moved.
Moved by Shealy, second by Radka. Comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Mansell,
Yes.
Mr. Bond,
Yes.
Mr. Reader,
Yes.
Mr. Shealy,
Yes.
Mr. Radka.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays, motion carried to adopt ordinance 68, 2016. Next, please.
From Finance Committee for emergency passage, a resolution accepting the alternative tax budget in the form authorized by Trumbull County Budget Commission pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, Section 5705.281, and declaring an emergency.
Comments or motions?
Motion to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend the rules by Radka, second.
Second.
Second by Mansell. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shealy,
Yes.
Mr. Radka,
Yes.
Mr. Reader,
Yes.
Mr. Mansell,
Yes.
Mr. Bond.
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays, motion carried to suspend the rules. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Shealy, second by Radka. Comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Reader,
Yes.
Mr. Shealy,
Yes.
Mr. Radka,
Yes.
Mr. Mansell,
Yes.
Mr. Bond.
Yes.
Okay, motion 5-0 to pass. Resolution 9, 2016. Is there any old business? New business, I'd like to entertain a motion to have Hannah Lickwire put on as a tennis aide for the summer rec program.
So moved.
Moved by Mansell, second.
Second.
Second by Shealy. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Any other new business? Hearing none. Any public remarks? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Radka, second.
Second.
Second by Reader. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned. Thanks for coming.
10 and a half minutes.
10 and a half.